Have you heard what people said about your appearance? I want you to know their words are mirrors of their insecurities, not your value. They whispered about your looks as if it defined you, but I see the power in the way you carry yourself. People judged what they couldn't understand. Your beauty doesn't need validation, and your flaws tell stories others are too scared to live. I heard the words they threw at you, and I felt rage, because no opinion should ever shadow your light. Every comment about your appearance reveals more about their emptiness than your reflection. I hope you see that. You're not their standard, and you never will be. Their whispers about your looks will never touch the essence of you. They mocked, they criticized, they pointed. But I see the fire in your eyes that no word can ever diminish. People whispered about your appearance as if it mattered more than your soul. I hope you're laughing at their ignorance. I heard what they said, and it made my chest tighten. But it also reminded me how fiercely I will defend you. They tried to shape your beauty to fit their comfort, but I see the masterpiece they'll never understand. Have you noticed how people focus on your face instead of your mind? That's their loss and your power. They tried to measure you against a scale that doesn't exist, and I want you to remember they always fail. Every cruel word about your looks is just a reminder of how little they see of the soul behind the eyes. I heard them laughing about your appearance, but I've never seen someone glow with more authenticity than you. The opinions of others are like shadows. They appear threatening, but they vanish when you step into your light. They judged you from a distance, never daring to approach the depth of your beauty that lives in your being. I want you to know that every comment they make about your looks is nothing compared to the story your heart tells. They focus on the surface, but I see the layers, the scars, and the triumphs that make you unshakable. People whispered, but I heard your strength instead. Your confidence echoes louder than their judgments ever could. They laughed at the way you look, but I can't stop staring at the fire that burns beneath your skin. Every word they say about your appearance is their weakness spilling out. You remain untouchable. They said your beauty isn't conventional, and I smiled, because what is conventional will never change the world. I heard them judge your face, your style, your presence, but it only made me realize how magnetic your authenticity is. Their words were sharp, but your essence is sharper, cutting through all of their ignorance. Have you heard what they said? Good. Let it fuel your confidence and crush their shallow perceptions. They speak of imperfections, but I see perfection in the way your soul radiates despite the noise. I watched them dissect your appearance, and I wanted to scream because I see so much more than they ever will. People commented as if you were a canvas meant for them to paint on. But your art belongs to no one. Every insult hurled at you is just a reflection of how terrified they are of someone unbothered and radiant. I heard what they said about you, and I felt protective rage, because no one should try to shrink your glow. They think they can define your beauty, but I see how unstoppable you are when you refuse their cage. People said things they thought would wound you, but the real wound is in their own inability to shine. They whispered about your hair, your skin, your style, but I've never seen anyone wear confidence like you do. Their eyes were judgmental, their words cruel, but I see the elegance that makes them forget everything else. I heard the cruel laughter about your looks, and I wished I could show them the strength your reflection holds. They tried to reduce you to labels and standards, but you exist beyond all their shallow definitions. Have you heard their words? Let them remind you how untouchable and unique your presence truly is. People judged your reflection, but I see the resilience that turns every whispered insult into power. They think their words can hurt, but they can't even scratch the surface of who you really are. I heard the cruel opinions, and I realized they fear what they cannot create, the beauty and fire you embody. They focus on your looks as if it's all that matters, yet I see everything else they're blind to. Every comment about your appearance is meaningless when your spirit shines brighter than any opinion ever could. People laughed at your face, but I see the story written in your eyes, and it terrifies them. Their whispers are noise. Your presence is a symphony that cannot be silenced by shallow words. I've heard what they said, and I want you to know you are beyond any standard they can invent. People think their opinions matter, but your beauty and strength exist independently of their limited vision.